we've realised we've made quite a big mistake. So welcome to a brand new country, Indonesia. So the other day we took a very long travel day to get to the capital of Jakarta, and yesterday we just spent the day relaxing and catching up on some sleep.
We are currently at Jakarta's main train station because we have a very long journey today to get to our next destination of Yogyakarta. It's a little bit overwhelming. This is the first time we've caught a train outside of Europe, and the language barrier and the number of people is quite overwhelming. We don't really know what's going on at this point.
Let's hope we manage to get on the train first. We've arrived about an hour early, which is the recommended time, so hopefully that's enough time to figure out what we're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
So if you book your tickets online, you need to come to one of these little printing ticket machines, and basically you just enter in your ticket number or scan the QR code and it will print your tickets for you, and then you can use that as just your ticket from now on, which is really useful. There's also absolutely loads of people in blue who are porters, and they can help carry your bags, and they can also help you with the ticket machines, which we ended up using because we got a bit confused.
We made it through phase one.
So first impressions of the train, it looks actually quite nice. It kind of just looks like a big tin can, but the inside is actually really nice. There's really nice seating. We'll show you the inside in a minute, but to get on, basically you need to know which carriage you're in. So we booked the executive class, which is, there's 3 different carriages, and you can kind of just choose which one you go on. So we're on number 3, which is this one right here. Megan is there. See if she notices. And there seems to be a few different coffee shops and normal convenience stores at the front, so you can buy your food before you get on or bring food. Don't know what the food situation is on board, we'll find out, but so far it looks really nice. Haven't looked at the toilets yet, kind of putting that off as long as possible. There seems to also be loads of people here to help you and assist you in whatever way you need, like finding your carriages, finding your seat, so really useful, they're really good.
We've just sat down, so I'll give you a little seats tour. Firstly, there is loads of room for luggage. Each kind of pair of seats has their own section of the overhead thing, so there's loads of space. We have huge amount of legroom. I am 5'6", 5'7", and I can almost fully stretch out my legs. That's amazing, there's so much space. The seats are made of leather, they're very clean, they're comfortable. They've got these little headrest things, but a little bit short for me. It is still comfortable. We can recline a very long way, a little bit too far for me. We've got plug sockets, little drinks holders. We have a blind that we can either pull down or push up. We've got these coat hangers, so you can hang your jacket there. We've got some lights. If it's dark, if you're going on a night train, you've got some lights. The seat also comes with a footrest. I don't think I'll be using that, but it's a nice option to have. And we also, inside the armrest, have a little table. Very nice.
So there's a couple of different classes you can choose from. There's executive, which is the one we're on, and there's also premium. So let's have a look at a little premium class, see what it's like. So the seats seem very similar, except from they're facing forward and backwards, and there is a lot less leg room, but there's all the other stuff like plug sockets and everything else, but it's just a lot less leg room basically. It's the only difference I can see for now. So I'm just outside and I've just counted the carriages. So there's 5 premium class carriages and 3 executive class carriages. There's also a restaurant cart, so I think you can get food from there if you need. But yeah, there seems to be plenty of seats, plenty of options, so try and book in advance just to secure your seat. But you can go on the train up to an hour early, so if you do want to be prepared, definitely book ahead and try and get here as early as you can, because it will be a bit more reassuring. I like getting places, knowing I've got my seat, where I'm sitting, and then once I'm there I can wander around a bit.
In a few more moments, Gajah Wong. Train will depart from Pasar Senen Station to the final station, Lempuyangan.
The train is just pulling away from Jakarta. It is exactly 7:55, which is when it was due to leave. So it is very, very prompt and on time, so don't be late.
So let the next 8-hour train journey begin. So to begin with, we're just leaving Jakarta, so the scenery isn't that good, it's mostly just houses, but hopefully when we get a bit more into the countryside, the views should be incredible, so looking forward to that. Have left the main city now. We're just going through like little towns and villages, and it's becoming a lot more green. There's a lot more like farmers' fields and outcrops, but there's still a bit of like towns and villages. Seem like the places of worship in each town, which is really cool. But about 40 minutes into the journey so far, and it's already like really nice and relaxing. It's not going that fast, but I suppose then you can enjoy the scenery a bit more, which is really good.
I didn't really expect people to be more mountains, but it's so beautiful. You can see the people working in them, harvesting their crop. It's amazing.
So if you don't bring food with you onto the train, there is a restaurant car back there, which we will show you later. However, there's also a little food cart that comes through, and you can buy like hot food like nasi goreng, and you can also get some coffee, and I believe they come through every hour.
It's 17,000 rupiah.
The cart has just come back through, so I took that opportunity to order myself a coffee. This is just a black coffee. It cost 17,000, which is actually a really good price, especially on a train, so pleased with that.
So we seem to have stopped at one of the stations for a bit, so if you do want to get off and stretch your legs, you can get a bit of fresh air. We've been here for about maybe a few minutes now, and we haven't left yet. It's a good time to get off and like stretch. I don't know how long they stay for, but we'll let you know. We just started to move again. We probably stopped for about 15 minutes, so plenty of time to get off, stretch your legs a bit and get some fresh air. So they do give you a warning if it's about to leave as well, so just something to bear in mind if you do want to get off. You're not just stuck on the train for 8 hours. So just next door to our cart is the restaurant cart, so I'll go show you what it's like. So there seems to be like a few like drinks and snacks you can get, and there is also like lots of water and some juice as well. There's some seating in there as well, but it was quite busy, so couldn't really hang around for too long. But yeah, if you are after something a bit more main, you can go in there and get like a meal. Look, I had a microwave and like I had people do like nasi goreng and stuff like that, so they do full meals if you didn't bring any food. But we're about 5 hours into the journey now, just over, and the views are getting really good now, going just through rice fields. Look at these views. Yeah, the train is definitely a good way to go if you want to enjoy a bit of scenery. So the train isn't the only way to get from Jakarta to Yogyakarta. You can also fly, and it takes about an hour and 10 minutes, but it's obviously the most expensive option. And there's also a bus which takes around 12 to 13 hours, which is cheaper but also a lot longer. So we decided to go for the middle ground because this one is a lot more scenic and also a bit quicker than the bus, and the journey is really smooth so far. Like, it's very straightforward, just watching the rice fields and hills go past. It is so beautiful.
We're about 3/4 of the way through this journey now, and it's been so comfortable. It's literally flown by. I can't believe we're almost there. Give it another couple of hours, we'll be there. But the scenery just gets more and more scenic as we've gone along. It's so beautiful. We're just surrounded by mountains, palm trees, rivers, lakes, rice paddies. It's stunning.
So you've got a couple of hours left of the journey, so I'm doing something I've been hitting off pretty much the whole time, using the toilet. So let's see what they're like. So they actually seem really nice. It is very rocky in here though. So there's a mirror, there's a sink, there's obviously a toilet. It's a Western toilet and it just sucks it down. So there's a bit of toilet bowl as well, which is good. There's soap, so it's actually quite nice. So you shouldn't have been putting off this long, but yeah, very impressed. So we're coming up to the last couple of stations before we reach the main station at Yogyakarta, and we've realised we've made quite a big mistake. So there's quite a few stations when booking the tickets that say Yogyakarta in the name, and we didn't do our research properly, and we've realised that the station we've got our ticket to is about an hour drive from the final station in the centre of Yogyakarta. So that's not ideal. So we have two options. We can either get off the train at where we got the ticket to and then wait an hour and 20 minutes for the next train, which will take about half an hour to get to the main centre, or we can try and stay on this train and hope they don't check our ticket at the other end. But apparently if they catch you, you can get quite a large fine and they might check tickets. We're not really too sure, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what we do.
So welcome to Butter Station.
We got off.
Yeah, it wasn't worth the risk. We were looking at this platform and there were barriers to get out, so we thought, like, this is only a small station. Yogyakarta station is going to be massive.
Yeah.
It's not worth the risk.
We'll find out later if we actually needed to or not, but
I hope we did.
yeah, otherwise we're waiting around for an hour for no reason.
But the staff here have been so helpful. They realised that we are not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Don't know why, but
and they helped us sort out another ticket, so all sorted. We've got an hour and 20, I think, here. Yeah, next train's 4:40. It's 3:30 now, so we're just gonna chill here for now.
yeah. It wasn't worth the fine because apparently the fine is like twice the price of the ticket or something like that.
And the ticket wasn't cheap, so
yeah. So for you, if you do plan on booking, make sure you get it to the right station. There's two stations in the centre of Yogyakarta. Make sure you go to either one of those.
Because this one did say Yogyakarta.
Yeah.
And we're like, if you look at it on the map, we are way away.
Yeah. This is going to make the next hour very fun. It's been going for like a few minutes now. 1 hour, 9 minutes to go. So after an hour and 20 of waiting, we finally managed to get on the train heading towards Yogyakarta, thank God. We definitely aren't in executive class anymore. This is the economy class, and it's definitely more simple. It's just like normal seats facing each other. A lot more locals on here, but the views are still beautiful and it gets us to our destination, which is the most important thing. It was a long day.
But we've made it. We are in Yogyakarta.
eventually after almost 12 hours of travelling since we got up to when we arrived at our hostel.
It shouldn't take that long.
Definitely shouldn't.
Do not let that put you off, but definitely learn from our mistakes
Yeah.
and make sure you book to the right station.
Yeah. I think overall though, it was such a great way to travel. It's really comfortable, very luxurious as well.
So scenic, so beautiful. I spent so many hours just staring out of the window.
Yeah. I think both sides of the train were very scenic. We were sat on the left-hand side, which was obviously very scenic from what you could see. But I think the right-hand side looked like they had even better scenery with like rice paddies, rivers and stuff like that.
I disagree. I preferred our side. I think like whichever side you
Yeah.
choose, it's going to be amazing.
Exactly. I think if you are planning on going from Jakarta to Yogyakarta, definitely take the train, don't fly. You can get the bus, but it'd be a bit long and painful.
Yeah, wouldn't recommend.
No.
When the train was so cheap
Yeah.
and easy, would highly recommend that way of travelling across Java. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And even if you're not going from Jakarta, there's so many, like Yogyakarta is a very well connected city, so there's trains from all over the country there.
So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe because we've got a lot more from Indonesia to come.